hour, 4.4 miles to the gallon. Good evening, Christian. Driving Harvan's new truck called the General. From a website. A website, Griffey. It is illegal to make a turn on right in red. So the only thing that's saying it's loud at the moment is Wikipedia. If you see a sign in... what was that? If you see a sign in the right lane that says continue, it means you may turn right on red, Dylan. Right, so is it a case where it's like an opt-in thing? Some junctions allow it, but mostly they don't. Is that what it is? Mexico turns right on red are generally allowed unless a sign says otherwise. Mexico City has implemented a new transit law which prohibits right turns and motorists can issue a citation for non-compliance. Wikipedia. You are allowed. I've done it in ATS and did not get penalised because you had fines turned off. Zarak, 33 months, getting close to the blue acorn. Ooh, is it a blue acorn now we're talking? Is that your goal? You're actually 3 months away from the blue acorn. These guys are going quite slow considering there's no speed limit. This is weird that trucks are overtaking the SUVs. Yeah, but why then does that cover Mexico or not? Thank you, Nurkalai. CDR Hunter, thanks for 17 months. You should play Geolocate for 30 minutes every Sunday. It is also fun guessing real places. Well, thank you for telling me what I should do, the Great View. It says Mexico in the context. I can't read it, Wyland. All I see is a URL to Wikipedia. Yeah, we'll change the lights back to white. Wow, that rain is coming in. Look at that. Matryoshka, I was winding you up, bro. Wow, what is this weather? Oh my god. Wow, how did that arrest the speed of this thing? That's amazing. That's amazing. How does friction work in this place? I mean, I knew we were a little bit close, but hey. I mean, you'd expect a scrape or something, not 100% speed reduction. %1 damage to the truck, 0% to the trailer. I keep saying this, and I'll say it again. By the time we deliver this job, I will not get any money or XP for it. Every time we do, like a super long distance job, particularly with a heavy trailer, we end up with nothing. For one reason or another, we end up with nothing. Rip that guy. How on earth did he manage that? What happened here? He's like, he was driving along, and then the trailer just... He's driving along this flat road, and then the trailer just went, oh, and he stopped. How did he manage to stop here? How did this even happen? I mean, even if it fell off, he'd be like way down the road, wouldn't he? The wind blew it over. I'm sorry, Governor. It fell down the stairs. Peterbilt Amsterdam, 10 months. 2 months to go for a year. Thank you, Peterbilt. Simonators, good evening, just joined. Thank you for 26 months. I need to keep an eye on the fuel level on this thing. The closed tooltip is there again. Is it? What on earth is that?
Welcome to the Nut House.
I think that's an OBS. It's an OBS display capture problem. It seems to capture a piece of its own window. That's what seems to happen. It's really weird. Dita Croix? Is that how we say your name? Thank you very much for subbing, Dita Croix. Welcome to the Nut House. Thank you for your support. This looks really nice at night. Oh, just tabbed out so all the controls get reset. How to know when your stream is lagged when chat reacts to something 30 seconds before you see it. Yep. Whoa! That view of that. Oh my god. That is brill. The timing. That is so cool. Look at that. You wish, Jack Sims. Hey Jack Sims, I was watching a video on YouTube this last night called it's like the making of the A380. It's quite interesting if you haven't seen it. Project Fly. Do you think American Truck Sim will let you drive 3 trailer trucks in Oregon like we see on the real roads? Meggie? I don't know. Maybe that's something they've got up their sleeve that they're going to surprise us with in 2018. Watch out, it doesn't mistake you for the landing lights. Good evening, Razorpunk. Hey, Jack Sims, you know when you had to study meteorology, did you find it was a bit of a grind? Because I am. Like, operational procedures I've learned, no problem. Meteorology, I'm like, oh my god. Did I see the pic of the Concorde cockpit? I did. There's videos on the Concorde if you want to see it on the cockpit. There's like loads of videos on YouTube. One of the best ones on YouTube is the last flight the Concorde made. It's a pretty cool video. Arc of Truth, welcome back. Darth Tater, thank you for 26. Paul, it's just a moving taxiway centre line. You memorised the question bank, just saw a tweet from one of the first years who was struggling with math. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to learn, like, you know, the stuff behind it, but some of the stuff in the meteorology exam is all around, you know, changing pressures and temperatures and altitude calculations, and it's meh. You got 100% in Met. What, by memorising the answers? GG. Go you. Oh, let's get in that lane. Risk it for a biscuit. EPL tutor all the way, yeah. Ditakwa Kataku led me to you in late 2016 and I haven't been able to subscribe before now. Provided with an insane amount of entertainment over the 1.5 years, so here's to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, dude. That's super kind of you. Thank you for that. It's good to know where you found me as well. Oh, I'm going to hit that sign. Like Kotaku, that article was a while back, but it's great to hear that you carried on watching as well. Thank you so much for the support. It's very kind. GG. Oh my god. Oh my god. Phil, welcome back. Is learning to fly 90% classroom and 10% actual flying? No, those percentages are not right. You've got to do a minimum of 45 hours of flying. You're not going to do a 45 hours of studying, or it won't be that far away. So it's probably about 50-50, I guess. Obviously, once you pass your exams, it's going to be all flying, but you've got to know all the theory behind it at the end of the day. You can't just go up there without knowing what you're doing. Because when you're in a plane, it's not just yourself. You might kill yourself, you might kill somebody else as well, you know? I think it's a good thing that pilots have to study a lot. It makes it safer for everybody. You don't want people up there in the sky flying things and not knowing what they're doing. Let's put it that way. It's like people who complain about security checkouts, security at airports. You know, I'd be more worried if they didn't check everybody. You know, I'd be thinking, I could be sat on this plane with somebody who's not got the best of intentions. Like, I like the idea that they've been checked. Yeah, exactly. You could have Jack Sims flying around. Your ATPLs took 750 hours of theoretical, technical. Yeah! That's a lot. What exactly, DJ? How many of the car drivers would you want in the sky? You learn to fly but you haven't got wings. You'll be fine. Just stand on the settee, put your arms out, go for it. Having to study a lot for that license gets rid of the non-dedicated ones. Well, there is that, but it also gets rid of the unskilled people. Drama on the roads here. You've managed 50 years of keeping your feet on the ground. You think you'll continue as you are. What, you've never flown, ED? No, I don't think there's any PO box today. Could be worse. You could have Rome up there with you. Then you know what's going to happen. What? I'll rocket launch him. Speeding offence? I don't even... Oh, I've got a speed limit now. What the heck? Why have I... Where am I? Why have I suddenly got a speed limit? Okay. At some point on this road, we gained a speed limit. Good to know. And now we don't have a speed limit. Oh my god. That's amazing. Big Diesel, hello Paul, another month has gone by. I've really enjoyed the SSHQ videos, but I'm not going to be able to stay around for the stream today. I have to work, but keep on trucking. No problem, Big Diesel. Have a good day. You've never flown in 40 years, but it will happen. You should try it. It's really good. Yeah, we'll remove the green headlights before we set off. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we've not looked at the outside, have we? Look at this thing! Oh my god. Imagine looking in the mirrors and seeing that behind you. Who said being cabin crew was fun? They've been up since 4:30 this morning to fly to Belfast and Geneva from Luton, and I'm feeling it now. Yeah, but that's just shift work, isn't it? At the end of the day. It's not unique to being cabin crew. Speed limit 80, and then it's 50. Okay. So it must be 80 Ks. Wait a sec, so what are we on? Miles per hour here? Right, okay. There we go. The Nvidia truck. Actually, it pretty much is an Nvidia truck. It's not a bad truck actually, Danny boy. Not bad at all. You want to go to the US and Canada once and see that driving is not an option from Holland. The boat takes too long. I'd like to experience flight. Well, the good thing is that, WH, the good thing is if you're going to fly that far, then you're going to be on a pretty big aircraft, and big aircraft, it's a bit like when you go to sea on a little boat compared to when you go to sea on a cruise ship. You know, they're a bit more tolerant of small turbulence and that kind of thing. Also, if you fly in summer, then the weather should be nicer, but can't guarantee the weather. But yeah, get on a big plane. It'll be a lot smoother for your first flight. Another thing you could do is just jump on like a 1-hour EasyJet flight somewhere and get a taste for it. At least then, if you don't like it, it's only a 1-hour flight and it only costs you 50 quid. You know? Feel sorry for the people that got to work and miss the streams. Not sure if I'm lucky or not. As I work at home as a carer for my wife, but I do miss sitting behind the wheel of driving, Bonzo. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, the guys down in Australia and stuff, the fans in Australia, it's very hard for them to watch Sunday Night Trucking because it's 3, 4 in the morning for them. You have me hooked on GeoGuessr. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, EasyJet do a course called Fearless Flying. Yeah, I saw a program about that where there was like 3 or 4 people, and they have a meeting. They explain flying to them, give them like coping strategies. Yeah, it's. I think you have to pay for it though, or whether you have to have a doctor referral, I don't know. But one of the women on it, her husband had died, I think, and was it her husband? I think it was. Like, he wanted his ashes scattered on a specific hill or a beach or something, but it was in Australia, and you know, she's living in England, and so the only way to get there is to fly. So she had to overcome her fear of flying in order to carry out her the wishes of her departed, kind of thing. So she was pushing herself to get through it. You get bored when flying, Hendo? Yeah, I mean, when you're in cruise, you know, there's nothing to do really apart from, you know, sleep, watch a movie, listen to a book. You know, there's restricted options really. I would not want to go on a boat across the Atlantic, thank you very much. Listen to a book? No, I mean like an audio book. You can read a book as well, but you can listen to a book. I don't know, Baz, it depends who you fly with. Like, how many times have I sat in a seat and there's, you know, oh yeah, the audio jack doesn't work on that one, or the touch screen doesn't work on this one, you know. I always bring my own tablet. I don't trust it. Luckily, when you go to Seattle this year, Norwegian has a good entertainment system, which is free for all passengers. Yeah, I mean, when I flew to, what was it? Hang on. When I flew to New York and San Fran, it was BA, and they have like an in-flight thing where you can choose from an array of films, but there's not that many films to choose from. I was happy watching stuff on my iPad. It's amazing though, like, people just get on the plane and, you know, put their eye covers on, put the things over, and then just go to sleep. Like, there was one woman for 10 hours. She just slept the whole thing. She didn't wake up once. That was like mind-blowing to me. I just don't know how she did that. Like, she didn't even move, you know. It's just bizarre. The Arc of Truth. 7 months. Look out for the Federalis? Oh, the Federal. Okay. Yeah, the police. C2, welcome back. No, honestly, about 20 minutes, like, as the plane was descending, like, the cabin crew had to wake her up, and then she just took her stuff off and just sat there. It was just nuts. I don't even think she had the meal. She just slept through the whole thing. Tengil, 22 months. Better drive carefully so that grenade doesn't blow up. I bet no one has a grenade joke yet, right? Nope. I just can't, WH, I can't sleep on a plane very well. Like, I can maybe nap for an hour or two, tops. But I couldn't sit there for 10 hours and sleep. Not in a cattle class seat anyway, which is what she was in, and I was in. Right, Baz. slept all the way to Mallorca and missed the food and everything. It's so comfy. Well, I don't know why. I always struggle to get leg room. When you're my height, it's leg room on a plane is a problem. So you can't kind of like slouch down and relax. You're pretty much sat up because there's no leg space. On a 14-hour flight LA to Sydney, you may be caught a 30-minute nap. That's like me, Dusty. So my flight to Vegas, I deliberately looked at the times this time and thought I am not flying the red-eye overnight flight back because I know I won't be able to sleep. So I've changed it this time. I learned from that mistake. How tall? I think I'm a shade under 6'3" now. So what's that? Is that 1.85 meters? Something like that. Window seat next to the wing. Yeah, you can get the emergency ones. Then you have the trouble with the trays and stuff. And they book out really early as well. And they cost extra. EK, 39 months. Binge season 1 of Fortitude. The Thing plus Spielberg plus Hitchcock. Thanks, by the way, Diamond Nut is GG. So who else watched Fortitude? I know Muttley did. Toys R Us rip. Yep. Administration hype. You did Vancouver to London sitting next to your dad. We both are my height and he is bulky. He fell asleep on me. I didn't sleep for 36 hours to go from Vancouver to London. What? Well, no, Dusty, I think I've shrunk a little bit, bro, you know? As you get older, your spine compresses and you lose a little bit of height. So I might be 6'2" now, for example. I don't know. I haven't accurately measured my height lately. I think I said to you guys last week, if you watch Fortitude, let me know what you think about it this Sunday, and I bet you won't be disappointed. I don't live in London, no. I live near London. I wouldn't want to live in London. Norwegian had free seat booking before, not anymore. It's all part of the cost, because in Whiteland they can charge extra for stuff now. Everything's optional now. Like if you buy a car now, like because we've had a Toyota Yaris, like every 3 or 4 years we change it for the newer model, and I think we're on our 3rd generation now, and every time we go back, something that used to be on the car is now taken off and is an option. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, even the sat-nav is an option now. Like, what the heck? I have started Season 2, Edgy, but I'm not finding Season 2 at the moment as good as 1, but I'm giving it time. He was in last week park running. The 9-hour flight left at 8 PM Vancouver, landed at London 11ish, then caught a 9 PM flight to Newcastle. Actually passed out on that flight. You see, you could have just woken your dad up and said, I can't move, can you please get off me? What is that? I've never seen something park in the offside lane before like that. That's nuts. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's how they're keeping they're trying to keep the price down by making things optional. That's one of the tricks they're using. It's akin to chocolate bars, making them slightly smaller and you don't notice. Instead of putting the price up, they just take away something. How many opportunities are forced to get good? Is it just good from the start? Shoe Bandits. I was pretty much hooked from the episode 1, to be honest with you. Heapster? 37 months. The only reason I knew this button was here is because of the new nut. Not been here much, but still stay subbed as I love the content. Keep up the good work, Andy. Well, I hope you can make it more, Andy. It's always good to have you here. Thank you for the sub. You took sleeping pills? Wow. I climbed over and sat on the cruise seat, but I saw the Northern Lights. It was pretty... Oh, that's pretty cool. You took sleeping pills? Wow. Maybe next time, Silverbird, you take the sleeping pills and sleep on him. I don't, Cripple Gamer Max. I don't, sir. Honestly. What's that charity that deals with... I tell you what your best bet is, Cripple Gamer. Your best bet is to get in touch with the... Oh my god! Charity for disabled gamers. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name of it. They're offering it insomnia and stuff. Oh, what is their name? Is it Special Effect or somebody else? Is it Special Effect, Dave? Yeah. Because they deal with disabled people all the time who are gamers. And they would know what the best wheel is. I'm sure they would. How you doing, Davido? Are you back from the Germany? You still in the UK? Alright, Andy Drew, no problem, bro. This nighttime feels like it's taken a long time. 3:22 AM. Also, fuel is on less than half. No, David, talking to David Olibido. You're in the UK, been at a mate's all weekend, building a custom PC. It's been interesting. Interesting. I take it by that mean there's been a couple of snags, Dave. YOLO man, welcome back. The Bowdens, let's start a delivery truck train hype. Thank you, the Bowdens. $700 miles left, 14 hours. ETA 1822. Expected Saturday. Okay. You're not able to sleep on airplanes at all? You gave him £60, Dave. Nice. Custom acrylic panels are being problematic. Do you mean like acrylic panels on the case? Or like the side panels, you mean? Good evening, Dark Elf. Oh, my nose. Sorry about that. It's playing up. What's the old school hype emote stood on the donate message? Is it really, Chris? Is it really? I thought Dre had fixed that. I'm sure Whiteland messaged him about that. Oh, I don't know. Tell me I've not seen Jules, actually. You recently found out that one of your colleagues owns a 172 at Earl's Cone. Never knew that, Michael Brown. Dude! He owns a 172 at Earl's Cone. Oh my god. I'm in. No, a 172 would be perfect for me. It's so roomy inside. Compared to a Robin or a 152 anyway, 172 is great. Making a backplate from the motherboard with a load of pass-through fittings for the cooling. Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare, Dave. Yes, Heapster. Yeah, I don't like 152s at all, Jack Sims. Like, I literally... Like, I've flown one when I had that one lesson I had from... what's it called? It's on the northeast part of the M25. I can't remember the name. It's not Stapleford, what is it? Or maybe it's Stapleford, actually. They have 152s there, and it's so cramped. I don't think I'll purchase a plane hem though. They're very expensive, not just to buy, but to run. You're better off sharing one, you know, I think. But I would just rent one by the hour initially. No, not on the wheel, it's right on the M25.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Stapleford? I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. In fact, I almost didn't carry on with the whole fly training thing until I went to Earl's Cone. Such was my experience there. Dark Elf, Squirrel, do you remember why you stopped doing the Kerbal Space Program series? Oh, stop. Started the game again thanks to the vids. I can't remember why I stopped, Dark Elf. I can't remember what the reason, but funnily enough, a couple of weeks ago I was thinking... I actually fired up Kerbal a couple of weeks ago thinking, I really should get into this again. Such a fun game. But then I remembered some of the mods that I used to have, like the engineering mod and stuff, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered going trying to find all the mods again. So I didn't. You've been there 16 hours yesterday, stayed night and spent all day there today. You reckon another 2 days work? Dude, man, that's unbelievable. Are you doing it for the insomnia or something, Dave? Is that like a showpiece? Thank you for 27, Vanquish. You could lease a 172, not for my colleague though. Lol. Yeah, a 172 is, if I remember, Earl's Cone, they rent, I think they've got one they can rent out, and it's about 170, 180 pounds an hour. It's a lot more than a Robin. No, Dave, the runway is literally, like, it's just inside the M25. Have a look at it on a map. As you're coming in, you come right over the top of the M25. You can almost touch the cars, and then you touch down. It's around 196 per hour wet. Yeesh. No, Geek, I couldn't be bothered looking all the mods up, you know. There's so many mods for Kerbal, Geek, so many mods. You know when you get that, oh, like you get overfaced with them. He wants a nice PC and pays well. He's a guy with 9 cars. Bentley, a couple of Range Rovers, and a few people DLP Series. It's just nuts, man. That guy's minted. What was that host? Let me see. What? PC. Jeff Faviano, thank you for the host. It's got autopilot and everything. Aircraft itself is only 13 years old. Yeah, I think if you're going on anything more than like 100 miles, autopilot is beautiful. You can do asteroid collection in Kerbal Space if you did that before. Oh, I never did asteroid collection, Chris. That's interesting. Is that just to get science or what? Jules, I'm here. I thought you was not here, Jules. I don't remember seeing... Are we there yet? The guy with the tattoos, only 23. Yeah, I remember him, Dave. I remember. Yeah. I did see a picture of him. Dave, if he's like, you know, I know he can't drive 8 or 9 cars at once. If he's, you know, if he wants me to sort of keep them warm for him, shall we say, just take one out and just Make sure it's running okay, just let me know, Dave. I'll be there for him. While it's you, Dave, I'll be there for him. You mine asteroids. Oh, I remember, Sniffer. The last thing I was doing in the Kerbal Space Series, I was landing on the planet and taking a mining drill and mining it and converting it into fuel. But that was a mod. It's coming back now. That was a mod that it put like a grid around a planet and showed you different resources, and you could extract the resources and convert it into fuel so you could fly back. I don't even know if that mod exists anymore. So what's built into the game then? You can fly to an asteroid and literally have it orbit Kerbin. You're playing Farm Sim. Okay, Jules. I reckon you're right, Mr. Twitch TV. Maybe he was lurking. What do I need to do if I tried to order an Escara shifter, but I had to contact the website owner because of my... get in touch with a credit card company. And get your money back that way. And then order the Elmar. You can get into orbit, land on the moon, but not be able to dock a space station in KSP. Chris, there's a couple of mods that help with that. And again, I need to dig out the names of them, but they're basically like, there's camera mods and stuff that let you see it from the docking circle's point of view. Just makes it easier to when you're laterally translating to be exact. Because when your camera's like looking in third person, it's very hard to get it positionally right. So have a look at some of the mods to make it easier. Are you going to play Pure Farm Sim? Nah. I have played it already. Yeah, Ottawa, if my SKRS breaks, I'll get an Elmar. Do you think that ETS2 will become a pure sim like PD3? What's PD3? And no, I don't, Renault. I don't think it'll become a pure sim. I think they'll always keep it entertaining. They're like, if you listen to what Pavel said in the interview, basically they try to make a game that the average person can enjoy doing and playing. Like, that's where they get their kick. I don't ever see them making a pure sim. For Billings PC, he's going to get me the Asus curved monitor. Nice. Which one? The 27? Oh my god, what's going on here? What is this? Is this the border crossing or something? No. Remember when you played KSP, that in the end everything was so complex that you needed a degree in astronauts? Yeah. It does get pretty hair-raising. The worst part, True Sarium, is when you start going to, like, the far-reaching planets. That's where the real challenge of Kerbal lies. Because to make the calculations, to make sure your rocket ship is configured so that you won't run out of fuel and you can get back, that's tricky. Tacos! There's a lot of trucks parked down here. Oh, the 34-inch 100Hz one. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a nice screen, that, Dave. Very nice screen. The super wide one, Dave. He struggles to take off, Hendo. It's like planes, Hendo. Taking off is easy. It's the landing that's the hard bit. Any mods have the link to the new shifter Squirrel means? Almar, yeah. It's just Google it, man. Just put into Google Almar SKRS shifter. You'll find it. They've got a Facebook page for it. Uses 2 and they look really tidy. Yeah, use 2 Acer Swift 27s at the moment. Where are you going to put it, Dave? That's the next question. I wonder if they ever improved the explosions in KSP. Did they ever make them look better? I always felt like Kerbal Space should have improved the graphics. What I have noticed about Kerbal, a lot of people are kicking off about their, is it their end-use license agreement? Like there's some massive EULA that you have to sign now when you start the game, and a lot of people don't like it. You might have to buy a new house, Dave. The order never went through. It says, I'm Augusta trying to make a purchase, please contact the owner of the site. Have they taken your money, Big Diesel? If they've taken your money, contact your credit card company and get it back. If they haven't taken your money, email them and say, this order is no longer valid, I'm ordering somewhere else, and then go somewhere else, like Almar. Still don't look amazing, but they did. Spartan, thank you for 2 months. Santa Ana. Do you think you'll stream KSP in the future, Audi? I don't know. Should I stream KSP in the future? It's been such a long time. Last time I played it, I remember some people going, I have no idea what's going on. No, I heard about the Foggy Weather Mod Tour Classic. No idea what's going on. Would be a laugh. They haven't taken money. This is off the actual home website for the SKRS shifter. Are you talking about the CSIO SKRS shifter? Let's be clear here. Are you talking about the CSIO website? I've no idea about TSM. Yeah, so Big Diesel, if you think you've put an order through, just email them and cancel it. Don't bother, just go to Elmar. Ooh, nice road. It's quite a nice little town. Hang on a sec. I need to work out where we can get fuel from. Here. Homemade pizza with chopped bacon and chopped black pudding. Oh, no. No. Don't do blood clot, thanks.